Here we are, Al Mamoon. Beautiful.
Mm-hmm. It's different from Ding Dong Dell, huh?
Well, of course it flipping is. It's slap bang in the middle of the desert for a start.
What's that delicious smell?
That's the Babanas, innit? Babanas are what Al Mamoon's famous for, see? You never eaten a fruit like it. Gorgeous they are. Tell you what, I'm starving. Fancy a Babana split?
Really? They're that good, huh? Wow.
Too flipping right they are. This place was built on the Babana trade. There's tasty fruit.
Okay, let's try some.
Before we go Babanas, though, we should try and find this Rashad, ain't it? It's what we came here for, after all. You're right. We should ask around and find out if anyone knows about him. Of course, we're not going to have any Babanas. I meant Babanas. I didn't say bananas. What the hell are you talking about? Excuse me, sir, do you know where I can find the Great Sage Rashad? The Great Sage Rashad? It's a long time since he was called by that name. These days, you would do better to ask after Rashad, seller of Babanas. He sells Babanas? You mean he's not a sage anymore? But getting him to teach me about magic was our whole reason for coming here. There's worrying. Still, we were after a Babana split anyway, so we might as well stop and by and see what's what, ain't it? I guess. Okay, let's go find Rashad. Follow the star, Drippy. Man, all these freaking NPCs all over the place. Any ones that have an abundance of things? Well, there's those NPCs glowing right there. Are those errands? I don't think they'd give us errands right off the bat without looking at the errand board. I think. I mean, they are glowing. Unless maybe that's the thing. Maybe they just have... It's no good. I just can't be bothered. Leave me alone. What's happened to you? You were full of beans when we set out from Ding Dong Dell. Is everything okay? We were traveling merchants, you see, but since we arrived in Al Mamoon, my husband has completely lost his will to sell. Of course, you could probably guess what's happened. Who cares about the stupid shop? It doesn't look good. He's looking like he's missing some enthusiasm. Of course. Oh yeah, I guess we do have him available. Huh. Well, while we're here, I might as well check out the errands that we can do. I mean, we already had the enthusiasm from this guy. I wonder. Okay, yeah. No, we have to talk to him specifically to get the enthusiasm. I was just wondering. You're lucky I already had this from back over in Ding Dong Dell. Jeez. You'd have been proper screwed if we didn't have this. Where am I? What was I doing? Oh, that's it. We need to make enough money to open our dream shop. Let's get to work. Darling, you're back to your old self. Thank goodness. Sorry, my darling. Did I worry you? I'm so sorry. I'm better now. Let's get to work, shall we? Of course we cured him, and what are you going to give us? 3 blindness begons and 100 guilders. Oh yeah, plenty of money. Definitely need it. Oh, look at that. And this is what I was talking about before. Sometimes you'll get an extra stamp as a bonus whenever you do certain errands. I think it depends on the amount of errands you do. I don't really know what the game constitutes with that. Where, like, it just suddenly gives you 1 free stamp out of nowhere. It's just like, okay, why, though? Why didn't you just make it so, like, that one specific, errand had, like, the 3rd stamp in the first place? Why just hide that it had a 3rd one in the first place? Anyway, bounty hunts, none around here. Thankfully. Okay, I may as well check the errand board. So I just checked the errand board. The other ones that we haven't checked yet are the ones on the errand board, and there is someone nearby with some enthusiasm we can take, so I may as well try to take it. You got over here. Welcome, welcome, welcome! My, what a beautiful cape! But it's not quite this season's look for that Mamoony man about town, you know. Why not update your outfit with some of our top quality fabrics and prices to suit every purse? By now we'll regret it forever. Neat, oh, look at that, it's beautiful. A new cape, huh? Oi, Ollie boy, we're not here on a flippin' shopping trip. What do you think we are, made of money? Well, we did just get 100 guilders, so that's probably enough. And very stylish little fellow you are, too. I have something here that would suit you down to the ground. Let's see. Oh, yes, perfect. You reckon? Yes, I see. Yeah, I see what you mean. I look the business in that. Mr. Drippy. Oh, I'm sorry, Ollie boy. I got a bit carried away, ain't it? You gotta hand it to her. The girl can sell. Roll up, fine fabrics to put a smile on your face and put a spring in your step. Look, the locket is glowing. I reckon I know why. This young lady's got more enthusiasm than a school full of 6-year-olds. Okay. That's a weird analogy, but I kind of get your point. But let's just take the freaking, yeah, we only need a little of that enthusiasm. You know, it'd be funny if we just take a little too much. She's like, okay, now all of a sudden I don't feel like selling nothing. Like, oh crap, give it back, give it back. I will always laugh if that ever happened in this game. I don't really know. I never did all of the errands, but what if, like, Oliver took too much enthusiasm or some other emotion and then it just screwed him up, and then all of a sudden there's an errand right afterwards? That would have been hilarious. Anyway, I think this is one of them. Oh, it's a tragedy. How will my poor darling dear ever survive? Something the matter, love? My soul, my one, my only dearest husband has traveled to Golden Grove in search of delicious mushrooms, but he has forgotten to take his lunch. Knickers, there's disastrous. Yeah, I guess it is kind of bad, huh? He must be real hungry by now. He must, oh he must, and the wild beasts of the forest prevented me from delivering it to him myself. Well, whatever shall I do? Golden Grove, huh? That's the forest we came through, with all the giant mushrooms. That it is, Ollie boy. Fertile forest of fabulous flora and fauna. Oh, geez, all the alliteration in this freaking text. Great inconvenience, I'm sure, but it's an emergency. Of course, we're gonna deliver it to him. It's for 3 stamps. See, that one told you it's 3 stamps. Why didn't the other one did? Anyway. Now we have a lover's lunch basket. And of course, we're gonna deliver that, but first, I'm assuming what this last one is. Very sad. What's the matter, ma'am? The desert is filled with marauding boneheads. The traveling merchants who bring us fresh goods are being attacked. I fear that soon our lines of supply will be severed entirely. Only there's someone who could rid us of those skeletal scoundrels. Okay, so you're not lacking enthusiasm, you just want us to kill enemies. Bothersome boneheads. Come now, child, we're not in so much trouble that we need to send the likes of you to your doom. Nah, man, you don't understand. He's got me, the drippy Lord High Lord of the Fairies, looking after him. He'll be right as rain. What exactly will you do, little man? Gnaw upon their shin bones till they hop away? Hee hee hee. You, the flippin' cheek of it! Flippin' shin bones indeed! Ollie boy, our prize is on the line here. We need to batter those bony beggars good and proper. Sure, let's do it, Mr. Drippy. Defeat 10 boneheads. That'll be enough to show our suppliers to reach us. To allow our suppliers to reach us. Alright, so we have to kill 10 of those enemies. But first, let's set out what we came here to do in the first place. Talk to Rashad.
Excuse me, are you Mr. Rashad?
Yes, I am.
Mr. Rashad, sir, I need you to teach me magic. I need you to teach me the most powerful spells there are, so I can defeat Shadar.
Defeat Shadar? You?
Yes, sir.
Your journey has been wasted. I no longer practice the magic arts.
Huh? But why not? I thought you were one of the 4 great sages who knows everything there is to know about magic.
It matters not what I was. I use magic no more.
Is she... What do you want? Who are you? Jeepers.
The poor thing's broken-hearted, looks like.
Shadar stole a piece of her heart. It was my fault. I defied him, and to punish me, he did this. That is why I fight no longer. I cannot risk my child's life. I will not. We must accept our fate and live out our days in peace.
Mr. Rashad, sir, you're wrong. She wouldn't want this. She's not in pain because a piece of her heart was stolen. It's because you gave up fighting. Because you gave up on everything. That's why she's in pain.
You are sure of this?
Yes, I am.
I see. I see now that you would say anything to enlist my aid.
Huh?
Begone! Leave us in peace.
You're making a mistake. I wasn't trying to...
Look, it kind of sounded like you were Oliver, so, yeah.
Well, he wasn't wrong. It looks like Shadar's stolen a part of the poor dab's heart.
Then we have to help her. We have to make her heart whole again.
Nah, looks like, I said. This is different.
Huh?
Her heart's not just broken, it's closed.
Closed? What does that mean?
It's like this, see? She's not just had a part of her heart stolen, she's closed it up tight too, to keep the rest safe, like. So, before we can think about replacing what's missing, we'll have to open it back up again, innit?
And how do we do that?
We go to your world. If we find whoever she's connected to by there, we can work out what's going on with her by here. So we head over your way and find her soulmate.
All right, let's do it.
Righto, back to your world it is.
Now, if you can keep in mind, who else has blonde hair and blue eyes? Only one person we know like that. So, obviously, back to Motorville. Honestly, there really isn't much choice for this. So where to start the search, eh? Remember how this works, ain't it, Ollie boy? It's all about spotting the similarities. Someone around by here is someone who's similar to young Esther in some way. Now, what girls do you know? Girls? I don't really talk to girls. I mainly talk to Phil. I mean, he's kind of... okay, no, it's not like that. How are we going to do this, then? I'm sure there's somebody she reminds me of. Can't quite put your finger on it, is it? Never mind. If brainwork won't work, legwork will. Let's go for a stroll around town and see if we can spot Esther's soulmate that way, shall we? Okay, Mr. Drippy, let's go find that girl. And I'm pretty... Look, yeah, just follow the star. Look, we know who it is. We just gotta remember how to get to her house. Just follow the map. Oh, wait, it's just down right by this road. Okay. Never mind. So we just gotta figure out what the problem is over here in Motorville, and from there we can figure out what to do. Hey, I just thought. What's up, man? You having a nice time thinking about girls, is it? Huh? No, when I used to come here to Phil's garage, there was a girl. She was always looking at us from her window. From her window, eh? Sounds like a proper shrinking violet. I guess so. That's the window up there. Yeah, that's looking pretty familiar. Oh, that's her, Mr. Drippy. Flippin' heck, Ollie boy, why didn't you think of her straight away? That's the spitting image of our mon. Huh? Of who? Who do you flippin' think, you blockhead? The great sage's daughter, ain't it? The one who's obviously her flippin' soulmate. Is that obvious? I never noticed. You sure have good eyes, Mr. Drippy. She was only in the window for a second. Never underestimate the razor-sharp eyes of a fairy, my boy. Spot a speck of dust on the head of a pin, I could. Anyway, it's her and no mistake. Let's go and barge our way into her bedroom. Oh, okay. A little forward, Mr. Drippy, but I get where you're getting at, but that's a little too forward. Jesus. I'll just not say anything more about that and just make my way to that star right there. Oh, jeez. Oh, that little freaking dog. It's not gonna bite, is it? Look at that. It's freaking nice. It's not trying to maul at me or anything. Unlike some people who would think it actually does. It's no good. There's no answer. Is something the matter, dear? There's nobody home, you know. I need to speak to the girl who lives here. You're a friend of Myrtle's? Oh, you poor dear. You must be awfully worried about her. Huh? Oh my, you haven't heard? Well, just between you and I, things haven't been going so well for Myrtle's family lately. How come? Her father works every hour of every single day. Nothing but work, work, work. He's never at home anymore. Such a shame. Rusty was always such a devoted father. But something has happened to him. He's changed. I hear him shouting at them through the walls. I don't know how poor Betty copes, let alone young Myrtle. Such a shame. Betty is... That's right, dear. She's Rusty's wife. She's every bit as devoted to him as she always was. Why, only this morning I heard her promising to bring his lunch to him down at the garage. All the love she pours into those sandwiches. It's enough to break your heart. Why, I'm welling up just thinking about it. Such a kind soul. Poor, poor Betty. I have half a mind to tell that Rusty Cartwright just how lucky he is. Jeepers. Oh, just listen to me gossiping on and on. Do ignore me, dear. I'm just a silly old woman. Silly old woman talking about freaking drama around this town because I have nothing better to do. It's just like any other old woman in any other town. Yeah, we can't leave her like that. We have to help her. We have to help Myrtle. That's easier said than done, Ollie boy. She's not coming out for a chat, and we're not getting in unless we go magicking the door open. You're right. We should use magic to open the door. The only one who knows how. I'm the only one who can go in there and speak to her. You sure you want to be doing this, Mun? When Mom died, If you hadn't taken me over to your world when I thought I was all alone, if you hadn't helped me, I'd still be alone right now. That's why we have to help Myrtle. If we don't, she'll be left staring out of her window forever, all alone. That's justification enough for a bit of breaking and entering in my book. Let's get in there. Okay, Mr. Drippy. Of course we are. What's wrong, Mr. Drippy? This door, Mun, there's an evil power protecting it. Your spell didn't fail. It was repelled by a malevolent force. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's, soulmate of the sage's daughter, after all. You think? So what do we do? I'll tell you what we don't do. Carry on trying to get in by the front door. It's not exactly polite just barging into people's houses anyway. You're right. I guess we'll have to find some other way. Of course, we're going to have to figure out where to go. I think, yep, there's a silhouette of a garage right there. I'm thinking, if I remember things correctly, well... P, hey, maybe. Hey, what's going on, Ollie boy? Maybe P knows something. Hey, what the flippin' heck's going on? Great. We were just walking over there and you're already pointing us back. Why are you doing this to us? Oliver, you have to go in there. Do we have to go in there? Do we really? It's open. How the flip? Did you do another spell on it or something? No, it wasn't me. It was P. And now she's gone. Of course. Look, no one even saw her in the first place. Why are you even... just keep mentioning her. Just assume that she's your imaginary friend at this point.
Who are you?
My name's Oliver. Don't worry, I'm not crazy. I'm a kid from right here in Motorville. Just like you.
I know. I've seen you.
You have?
I'm sick. I can't leave this room. If I go outside, it hurts. So all I can do is look out at the world from my window.
That's why they call her Stary Mary. Shh! Don't worry, man. No one can hear me by here. I can talk as loud as I want.
Yes, that's why they call me Stary Mary.
Huh?
Crikey, can she hear me?
That's what they call me around here. But you knew that already, huh? I bet you think I'm weird, don't you?
No, I don't.
It's okay. I don't mind. You should go before my father comes home.
Oi, come here a sec. This is proper weird. I've looked as hard as I know how, but she doesn't seem sick at all. She's as fit as a fiddle, in fact.
You mean you can tell?
I'm Lord High Lord of the Fairies, and of course I can tell.
So what is wrong with her?
Well, whatever sickness she had might be gone, but something still got a hold over the poor dab.
What is it?
Oh, nothing. I'm gonna come see you again. Okay, Myrtle?
Huh?
Well, if you can't leave your room, I'll come to you instead. That way we can be friends. How does that sound?
Oliver, you can't.
Huh?
My father won't allow it. You should leave.
But Myrtle,